Hello, and welcome back to Working on Killstreak. So, what has happened while we were gone? I haven't worked on this too much. I've been busy with other stuff, but there has been a few small changes here and there. Trying to tie up loose ends, make things more interesting, of course. First of all, we've got slabs here. Very exciting. But also, notice anything different about this building? That's right. We're using melons. We'll have to find debug stick for that. Well, that's okay. And Tony's diamond store been set up, as well as a little bit of display on the inside. Very nice. And we're just tying up, making sure we have spacing built out for the rest of these buildings. Very important so that we can make things work in better. So that's what we've been mostly doing. And what should we do today is the question. Well, first of all, I think we need to work on the jewelry store. So we're going to have 3 signs for the particles. This is your death particles. When you die, fancy particles spawn. And you can select and also view which particles you're going to have. So, first of all, we do have some leftover command blocks. This one I can delete, I believe. These 2 for the sign, Tony's diamond. Copy those over to the main store. And, okay. This always gets lost because I close it and it opens up slightly differently. There we go. It looks like we're actually pretty much where we need to be. So here are the commands. Let me copy them over. First of all, does this have correct tag? It does not. Actually, I would want to do it this way. Perfect. And so I like to, when I make things like this, I like to make sure when there's a tag, I make it killed and reset every time the normal reset function is played. And that just kind of keeps things nice and safe. I don't find any, I don't enjoy things constantly breaking. It makes me sad. Also, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. These are F3I commands, which means I copied them straight from the world, which is fine, but it makes them kind of annoying. These are the different jewelry displays. It'll take just a few seconds. There we go. Very nice. And finally, the last one here. Normally I wouldn't probably recommend this because you see like all of the extra data that's like not very necessary, like pose. If you just spawned it without that, it would be fine. These should have marker, I would think. They don't. Okay, that works. We can first of all steal this tag because I want them to have it, as well as marker 1B. Also, where's no gravity? Why'd that get deleted? There we go. Just like that. Perfect. So these will reset every time now, which is very nice. So if we go back to Minecraft, we can kill these. And then we might as well kill this up here. Text display and the item display. Perfect. So, first of all, we reload, which will teleport me back to spawn. That's fine. That came back, and these all came back. Perfect. And so now every time the reload happens, these will respawn. They'll be killed, then reset. And that way, it kind of fixes a lot of stuff. Perfect. Very nice. We're going to do a left and right here. Now there's two ways to do this. There's like, you know, you can select which way. If we go over here, we're going to copy this functionality. The way this menu works, that's just going to be how it works. The reason I do these is because it just generally is like very intuitive. People, when they see arrows, they're like, okay, I know how this works. It's no big deal. But what we can do, normally this says a price. So standard is unlocked by default, but this would be like, I think 10. It'll say sniper and then 10. So when you buy it, it unlocks it for everybody. And so I don't have to worry about the nearest player. Over here, what we can do is whatever the nearest player is, according to this sign, we can make it to where it'll display. Does that player have it unlocked? Okay, display the unlock. Does the player have it? Is it not been bought yet? Display that. Because the kits are going to be unlockable for everybody because of balance. I don't want anybody to have too much unlocked. And then they can swap all the classes. And then you want to play with the classes. Well, then they're locked. You have to play. So if one player unlocks them, they're unlocked for everybody. I like that style. But for cosmetics, I don't want that because it kind of defeats the purpose of continually playing just, you know, to get a handful of particles to unlock everything. If you played that much. I don't think anybody cares enough to play that much, but that's fine. Okay. So what we can do is the same thing. Do like that. We'll do that. The particles will change, or the walls will change a little bit. But let's get the functionality for these three signs. And what we're going to do is just steal one of the classes. So I think... Oh, there we go. We will steal one of the classes. So how do we do that? Where are we at? Actually, what we'll do is we'll steal the map. Part is particle. And so we can keep some of these. Okay. Here's the map. I guess that's in game modes, isn't it? Functions, lobby. Okay. Basically, it's these three. That's all it is. Increment, decrement, and display. We'll copy those and paste them into the particle. This we'll keep, but we'll delete and actually run this display. Of course, the helper. So these are left over from Dominexus. They're really annoying. I don't like this format, but that's okay. So signs and display can actually be combined. And actually what I'm going to do is just copy those. And we want, for these coordinates, that's actually the middle sign. We'll grab that. Ooh. Okay. So death particle, that'll stay the same, that's fine. The name of the particle, and then select. Now what we can do really what we would want is to move this click event to the middle. And we do that. Just like that, yeah. And paste that here. The reason we want the click event in the middle is because we can change just this line. So on reset, you change the select and death particle. Actually, the select will be depending on if the player has it. The death particle will be on, that's just the title. So that one doesn't change. Now what we got to think about is how do we store this in data? Do we store it based on tags like we did before? So if we look at success, this is if you purchase the one, you get a cosmetic tag. Do we keep that? Because it's easy. Also, Gem is building in the world, which is a little bit distracting, kind of funny. No big deal. I'll fly away just a hair. We can make this work for us the same way. I think we should. The reason for that is I think we've got a lot of the same stuff set up. So flame will be the default. See, it costs 0. Actually, no, the cosmetic.part is the score selector. So what we can do test.mc function, and what we can do inside of that is test for this tag. So there's going to be success and then purchase. Now, most of these don't work that way. Yeah, this'll play that. Test. So if he's got the tag, run select, which would be main lobby. It's having a hard time because I didn't put function. Part would be flame. And so we can also do an unless here. So test for the purchase. Okay, so if you're following me, the sign is always going to have the test. It's going to go main, the particle test. If you have it, just select it. If you don't have it, purchase it. Very simple stuff. But what makes this different is the function is always going to be this way, despite what it says. If it says unlock or purchase, it's always going to run the same way. So we go back to display. This can stay above flame. So flame will be if the sign. So what's the sign? What is the sign? Do we have a score for it? I don't think we do. What we need is a score. So for example, for like, I'll just do Bowman. When you increment, this is what happens. So what we need to look at is the increment here. Cosmetic.part.index. Perfect. Same with decrement. We want to make sure these are the same. We also want to make sure that they're actually calling the same function, because right now they're going to Killstreak, and we don't want that. Also, we changed these in the wrong space. Let's actually go to where we were supposed to be. Decrement here. Of course, there's always letter we're missing. There we go. So instead of this, we want to actually call this display here, which would be main lobby cosmetic particle display. Perfect. This one we can delete now. And we want to get this score. Finally. And this is the main difference. Depending on the index, you do different things. We do need to steal one last thing from these. When you do the display, you want to make sure that it loops, and that's all these two functions do. And we'll make sure we'll do, if it's less than 1 or less than 0, set it to max. If it's more than 13 or more, set it to 0. And we'll just leave it at 12 and 13 because we don't know how many we have yet. Okay. Perfect. So then we need a ticking function. What this does is it's going to update sign based on and it displays which particle is being selected. Perfect. Which means we can take our current one of these and actually delete them. Because those are going to go into the tick. And the display, we can steal this. Go into tick. Because we don't want to display these. If they're going to not be selected. For now, we'll do them 1 through 5. We'll probably change. Get the particle like location. Okay. We have these coordinates. And we're just going to replace them all with the new coordinates. Did that select all of them? Oh, it's not going to. That's annoying. These are all slightly different. Mapmaking in a nutshell. Okay. So these are all displaying inside of that little area. Perfect. So now what we do, which is going to be a little tedious, but that's okay. We're going to have 2 of these commands based on the nearest player. So I think this is the same. Yeah. And I just do this because it's a little bit easier mentally to imagine who the nearest player is. So this is an interesting trick. You have to do an as at P. So it selects the player. Okay. But love how this is always delete my. So you have to select an at P and then if they have the tag. Why do you have to do that? Because if you did as the nearest player with the tag, if there's any player in the entire lobby, it would always run this. Really, you want to take the nearest player and then check if they have it. Not the nearest player with that, but what the nearest player has. It's kind of like you have to flip your mind just a little bit. Works great. They do need the tag, though. Right, I do need a tag, which would be not in display. Delete that one. Close out of that. Close out of that, so we're not modifying the wrong function because open them all up wrong. Delete that. You need the load. Okay, here we go. Go back to the tag. So as the nearest player, if they have the tag. Then we do the select. Why do we do that? Well, because if they don't have it, we can do here. We could put the price. So the price of flame, I'm going to make it cheap because these aren't actually that exciting. And is it gold? I think it's gold. Perfect. What's nice is regardless if they have it or not, it still runs the same function. Oh, we have Misty Tea. Is that how you say your name? Misty Tea? Misty Tea? I'm drinking some sweet tea. Misty. Not really misty, though. Hello, thanks you for joining us. We're in a function, so if you don't like programming, you're going to be kind of bored for a little bit. Misty Tea. Okay, nice. We'll get a handful of these, get the general function ready, and then we'll play around with the particles, and then I can add them later because it's a little boring and tedious. Don't tell anybody that I'll do it off camera. Okay, so we've got that. We need the increment and decrement, but we need a function that actually spawns. And I think that's in load. Nope. It's in signs, isn't it? What am I working on? Okay, let me go back to Minecraft. This is what I'm working on. Right now, we're working on the Killstreak lobby. So far, there's been a lot of building. We're starting off with a little bit more program-heavy data pack stuff. But that's fine. You spawn in here. It's a bow game, or ranged, mostly bow combat, but there's crossbows and tridents and like almost like a hit scan weapon now that's kind of goofy, and potions you can throw. Just mostly ranged. And you can select your class. So if you want to pick a bow kit, select it like this, and you can unlock more and more, and it unlocks for everybody. What we're working on is here at Tony's Diamond Store. This is just the lobby, so I'm making it kind of look like a strip of shops. And at Tony's Diamond Store, you can select a death particle. So when you die, particles spawn. It's a little bit of flair. It gives you something, you know, it's kind of cool. Whatever. Gives you something to work with. Something extra to buy once you unlock all the kits, which, because if you buy one, it's unlocked for everybody. You kind of burn through them pretty quick. You unlock them all fairly quickly. So, what's nice now is we can left and right click. We have to set up the signs. That's really cool. Thank you. If you want to watch the VODs. I've left them up, much to the chagrin of my subscriber count. Also, Jem wants us to check out this over here, which she's using banners. Of course, she kills it right when I walk away, but she's using, this is the flower shop, using banners as like the flower stock. It's pretty cool. Kind of fun. This is very epic. Okay, we're so close to being done with this, so if you don't mind dealing with just a little bit more programming, we're very close. Actually, this is what I want to be called. I'm just going to delete these. I don't need them. Okay. When you reload the signs... Here we go. Perfect. Bam. Gotta grab these coordinates. This is left arrow. It says sets up signs for pantaloons. That is objectively not true. Are we in signs for pants? We are. Oops. Let's not do that here. Let's make sure we close out of that. Delete these. There we go. And if you have any ideas for particles while I'm setting this up, when you die, it can be anything. Any particle that exists, of course. It can be a block. That's kind of funny. If it explodes, it can be whatever seems to make the most sense or is the most fun. It doesn't matter to me. Because it's, you know, you gotta have some fun. Okay. Okay. And really, display is not even the same. Like, it's not a map. Should be the same, yep. Selected. This will be fine. We can even just delete that because that's not going to be the way this works. And of course, we have a display. Let's copy this path. Oh, I don't even have to type in decrement. That's so nice. Really the best. Laziness. Okay, so when it displays, it kind of fixes everything. It sets up the display. Perfect. And then can I do in tick? Call tick from here. So, will this work? Calls cosmetic part tick. It's going to show up a flame because it's set to 0. Or if we set it to 0, it might be whatever. It's not set right now. Yeah, that should work. Let's try it. Let's try it. Anytime. You don't lose, you just lose your items. I'm just gonna do it. So it's actually displaying the particles is what's crazy. This one's kind of cool because they stay suspended for a long time, then they just drop. These are cool, but they need to be spread out. Back to the flame. These are perfect. I would go back to the programming side of things and go to the tick. Afraid I'm gonna want these all. Maybe we can do it like this. Just a half block taller. Makes a big difference. And then this is the spread. Maybe I can find it and paste it. And I just want half a block of spread. Just so there's a little bit more interesting than 1,000 particles piled up. Then once those are set up, we can test. Actually, does purchase work? Display. No, we want this to actually be test. The rest of these are not going to work. And that's okay. We can do this. I can do that off camera. Flame test. Then it'll actually purchase or select, depending on let me make that really this purchase, whatever's going on here, is it seems like it's actually the and actually what I oh, I don't need that stuff at all. What I really need is this. Just like that. To test whether or not it's the flame particle. And it's only 5. Cosmetic fail. Art. Flame success. When it succeeds, it does that, and then because it's a test, he's then going to have the tag, and then it's going to automatically go into success, which is going to select it. Perfect. Exactly what we want. We can test it. Just built in a bunch. Polo McSwag says, do you have any plans to stop map making anytime soon? Yes and no. I'm mostly just updating my projects right now because I need to get my programming brain working, and I need to do something that's a little bit more familiar. As well as I've been meaning to update some of my stuff, and I'm having fun with it. Do I want to stop? No, I want to map make forever. But is it practical to map make forever? No, it's barely practical to do it now. And that's where a lot of the problem for me comes is I want to make maps. It's really fun. It's tedious sometimes because of the way things are done. Sometimes you run into like an update that breaks everything. It seems like every minor update, it keeps doing that. Super frustrating. But ultimately, it is fun. That being said, you can't really live off of map making. It's can only ever be a hobby with the way Mojang has it set up, or Mojang or whatever has it set up now, which is unfortunate, but it's still fun. So I'm okay with hobbies. That's a deep question to get started. What am I warming up my coding brain for? That's a good question. I work. I own my own tech company, and I want to try to stay as sharp as possible. So it's not. I'm not really warming up. I'm just staying sharp. I misspoke a little bit. Uh, I need to get better at programming. I know Minecraft is like probably the worst way to do that, but it's at least something I'm familiar with. And I worked a little bit in Unity, and it's just so tedious because I'm learning everything. I'm doing something that's a little bit more familiar, then I might go back to it. So if you want to see some of my Unity stuff, you can. Yeah, I own a company. It's a small home company. It's nothing huge. I do tech support for people. It's really slow right now. I'm trying to get it up and running, which takes a lot of time, but uh, I, that's why I'm kind of playing on this now and not working during the middle of the day. It's because I want to be working for my company, for my own company, but because it's service related, sometimes you don't always have work, and I'm still working on getting my name out there. It's relatively new too, so that's most of it. Yeah, so this is pretty nice, isn't it? Get your sneeze particles. Some of these are a little bit harder to see. This is gonna look really cool once they accumulate. Yeah, that's pretty cool. These particles are pretty neat too. And then nothing. So, do I have... I don't. Okay, perfect. That's why... Well, maybe not. If I click on this sign, it should give me the tag and it should say it is selected. Select the particle flame. I should have seen if I actually... Okay. I at least have it. And then... Yeah, okay, I think that worked. Owning a company is a great way to go. There's definitely an issue with tech support for rewarding people who answer calls to just stay on the line for as long as possible. They don't have to work. Yeah. So I do tech support, like home calls. People call me or email me or whatever, and I actually go visit their home, which is kind of nice because then I can make it a little bit easier. But if they do have like a small issue, I just try to help them out short time. And sometimes it does become a little bit longer than it should be. I'm still trying to find the balance with all that stuff because you feel bad for charging a bunch, but then you look at other people and then you're like, okay, or other companies, I mean, and they're like charging an arm and a leg for basically nothing, and they're upselling people, and you're like, maybe I'm not such a bad guy. I'm just trying to do home stuff because I went to school for a little bit, but I realized school for tech is kind of pointless unless you go into like really deep programming stuff. But the way tech changes so much, the main language, it's been a little bit stagnant. Python and C# and whatnot have been kind of the top dogs. A little bit of Java, not really. At least for more back-end stuff. So that stuff hasn't changed as much, but there's a lot of, you know how tech changes, so I'm finding just getting your elbows dirty, or your hands dirty, not your elbows. I was gonna say elbow deep or knee deep, but that I combine like 8 different sayings. To me, that's actually how you learn how to do tech. And if I ever need to change my job, I can always, if that doesn't work out, I've got that on my resume, and that's pretty neat too. We got the particles. Do we want to put a like backsplash? We put like a gray, just blank color, so you can really see the particles. Yeah, that makes them pop a little bit more, and that's why you're in here. I'm not against that. How does the, like, these look better? The sneezes you can actually see. These don't really matter. These maybe blend in just a hair, but you're gonna have one that doesn't work. Yeah, that's pretty neat. And I could also make these not three-dimensional. I could make them a 2D pane, which would be kind of interesting. What would that be? Z? So is this Killstreak 2? Yes and no. I could just make it Killstreak 2, now that you say that. It's update 2. It's like a huge update. I'm going to fly out here. I don't think you saw this. This is the new lobby. So we've got the Elytra Travel Agency, where you select your maps. You've got the Gears radio, where it's settings. That's why it's a gear. You've got the Start Office, where you start the game. I'm afraid these are going to be like a little too abstract and people are not going to figure it out. If that happens, I'm just going to laugh because I don't know. I think Start, if you just know how to play Start, you should be fine. You can select your kit at Kit's newspaper stand. Or you can select a crossbow kit at the sport store. There's just one sport. No more than that. You can go to the pub and get a brewer class. There's going to be water classes down here. Also, here's some trivia for you. Copper grates. I don't have it enabled, but we set them with World Edit. You can't place it. You can't do anything with it. You can't waterlog it. It's really funny. Like if I drop it on the ground, it won't let me. And it's just gone now. But I can middle click it, which is interesting. Kind of funny. The Start Office. There's going to be parkour in here to get on the rooftops to do some parkour. And then what we've been working on is the death particles. Oh, also there's a bakery for the chef classes. So, Killstreak Update 2. Really, it's not... It's going to be 2.0, but also Update 2 at the same time. I don't know. Do I make a trailer for it? Probably I should. I don't know. I probably will. Although I feel like the original Killstreak trailer is almost impossible to beat because it's like... It captures the game so well, even though it's like... I can do things better, definitely. But that's one of my like top favorite map trailers. Although I do also like the Doubloon Buffoons trailer. If you haven't seen the Doubloon Buffoons trailer, YOLO McSwag, you should do it. It's a meme. That's why I like it. But most of the time I feel I don't like my trailers, like they're fine. But this is the only one that like it actually felt usable. I'll check my... Okay. And thank you for also feeling that way. I appreciate that. I say we just leave the gray. So now we can do the fun thing, and that's play around with particles. I want to get like 10 or so particle effects. We've got those 5, which are fine. But what else do we have? Cherry Blossom. Definitely want those. You see that every time you die? Like, that's cool. Especially if you get killed midair and they start flying away. Like, that's fun. I guess I'll just copy this. Yeah, let's just copy it. I'm gonna put it in the display tick. Okay. What other particles? Some of these are kind of boring, so like I don't want to do them. Like, what's dolphin? Yeah, see, that's just blue. Nope, nobody cares about that. Like, it's fine, but I'm gonna ask Gem as well. I probably wouldn't do campfire because it's just too long lasting. I don't want to fill up the entire. What's dust plume? Okay, maybe. What's this from? I don't know what that's from. Nah, see, that's kind of boring. I would at least make it orange. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's weird. Do we keep that? What if we set the speed to 0? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, let's use that. Okay, what if you put like... Okay, maybe not 2,000. 200. Oh, that looks really neat. Okay, I'm gonna do that one. Copying that. It's gonna change definitely next update. But that's okay. Trial Omen. I mean, that's kind of just goofy. Oh. Yeah, we'll do that one. Okay, what else? Oh, yeah. How do you summon particle fix? Particle. Sorry, I had to. Okay, there's just trial. Oh, totem. Okay. Now we can do vibration, but I think they need. Do they need absolute positions? I have to look up the syntax. The sweep attack might be kind of cool. Yeah, that's fast enough. I think that'll be fine. That's a fun one. Oh, Sonic Boom? Yeah, that would be like 1. Maybe 3. Yeah, Sonic Boom's pretty good. I love big entities because I have like a lot of particles to make them look good. Or an S. Skulk charge. That would work. Oh, let's just do the pop. Oh, that's such a weird particle. Let's keep it. Skulk soul. How's that different than normal skulk sensor? That's pretty similar to soul soil. I'm not gonna add them both because they're basically the same. And I think the soul one's the soul soil is better. Scrape. Raid Omen. Okay, maybe we'll keep that one instead of the other omen one. It's kind of neat that there's particles for that stuff now. Ominous spawning. There we go. What's this particle used for? I don't think it's used. I mean, it's cool, but it's not. Or just smoke. What else we got? Flash I don't want to do because I don't want people to potentially have seizures. What's this? Yeah, it's kind of an ugly one. We'll do that as a cheap one. Yeah, we can do that. What's nice is it takes like all of 10 seconds now to add a new one of these, so. But glow. Glow's pretty neat. I think this was made before glow squids, which is actually insane. Wait, what's... Oh, that's kind of cool too. It's very brief. Yeah, we'll put that on there. Wait. It's like boogers. Oh, keep going down. What's fishing? Oh, it's the... What's gust? That's kind of cool. Oh, what? Let's do that. It's just one particle. Actually, what's the small one look like before I do too much? Because, I mean, it's pretty big. Yeah, we'll do the small one. The big one's really big. There we go. Okay. You do heart. That's a fun one. Oh, it's not heart. There we go. There we go. I wonder why these are different. Oh, it's probably when the particle lands. Let's do landing honey. Oh. Is it dripping honey? That one? A dripping honey. There we go. Yeah, it's better. Perfect. Oh, it makes noise? Dust pillar. The block equals stone. I always forget how this works now. I don't know. There's a There's a new format, and I don't know how it goes. I feel so dumb. They change all that stuff. We do a block marker. How does this work now? Oh, maybe it's a colon, actually. Is it curly brackets? I gotta look this up. Stacker, does that have it? It does. Oh, of course. Why would it just be block when it could be block state? It lasts a really long time. If it was just one, that's kind of funny. I might do that. I might do that. Let's do it. Okay, while I have this open, let's look at the vibration. Oh my goodness, that's why. Look at this syntax. Just awful syntax. Okay. Leave that. Is there a space there? It is vibration. Uh, that's so it does have to be absolute, which you could get around. Don't get me wrong, you could get around if you called a whatchamacallit, command. But I don't think it needs to be that way. I think that's just overcomplicates it. I guess we'll do Nautilus. Yeah, that's kind of a fun one. What if there's speed? What if it's like really high? What if these are all 0? Because that does different things. I think that might collapse into 1 point. Okay, that's cool. What if we make it like 10,000? See, that's really cool. If it's like really far away. I would do 3 maybe. And I would do 10,000. I would do maybe 100. Really, I would do like 500. You need a bunch for that effect to get. I'm gonna keep this one. Okay. So what are we at? We've got 5, 10, 15, 23? 23? That's a good amount. What's vault connection? What? How did I miss that? Yeah, we could do the fancy particles. It's just gonna type in particle, yeah. Is this effect? Don't need it 2 blocks above me. Maybe just 1. Probably want the 0.5s too. Okay. Let's look at the format for... Is it entity effect? Okay. I don't know if you could do the rainbow one anymore. I probably won't, just because you already have... Like, it doesn't change much. I don't know. I feel like if you do more than one, then it would look bad. And only having one of those is limiting for... Yeah, she got cherry leaves. Oh, warp spore. Interesting. How's that one look? Oh, it's purple. Yeah, we'll do that. Throw that in here. And then... Fire flame, which... Sure. I'll add it. It'll be a cheap one. Since we don't have too much chat activity, I'm going to go ahead. Go ahead and add, go back to programming. And now we have to sort all of the blocks by color. Or all the particles, not by color. I don't know why I said color, I meant cost. Because I was typing it at the same time, and that causes problems in my brain. Okay, these are all kind of boring. These are a little bit cooler. The soul's a little bit cooler. Let's put these up. I think these are pretty boring. They're just flames, but different. What else? These are cool. These two. The detection and detection ominous. Those are some of the best. Oop, gone the wrong way. I almost need these to just be running so I can see which ones are best. It's making it kind of hard mentally. Okay, Infested, I remember being pretty boring. Sonic Boom's pretty cool. I have a spawner, but there. Which Trial Omen? Okay, that's the blue skull, which is fine. Put those two together at least. Skulk Charger's actually pretty cool. Some of these are kind of normie. Put those up here. Let me look at Glow again. Oh, okay. Glow is not that exciting. It's a little bit more of a normie one. But it's better than Spawner, I would say. I think Cherry Leaves are better than Spawner. Dripping Honey's pretty neat, but not where it's at. There we go. We'll go with this for now. Okay. We're going to replace that with the real coordinates. Okay, that should fix most of them. Let's see if we can copy these and paste them down. That didn't work. Okay. Whatever. One. I guess I didn't have to delete the 5 on that one. $25 is actually 26 total, which is insane. That's a lot of particles. If we go back to display, let's do this. Do 26 here and 25 here. And if we jump back to Minecraft, should be able to see there's flame. Actually, they should be able to go backwards. It must be negative or something. This is a pretty good one, but it's not very visible. Okay, let me see what the score is right now. Yeah, see, that looks right. Go back to display. Or the tick, rather. Oh. Okay. Might just be Nautilus, which is fine. It kind of looks like a bunch of bugs flying out. That's crazy. Okay, let's tone that one down. It's actually got 0 speed. Does it go through walls and stuff? You're chilling through. Yeah, that's actually really funny. Okay, whatever. Okay, that's too many hearts. Too many flames. Okay, let's go ahead and reload. This should be all a little bit more manageable. Yeah, it's fine. I don't think I can contain it more than that. It's infested, like bugs. It's not too bad. Cherry blossom. Sweep attack looks like tornado. And the red ones. Got the honey just collecting, and then you listen. What a great noise. That was a little much. The barrier's kind of goofy. Sonic boom is kind of funny. These beams are perfect. These are so cool. I didn't realize we had them. Get the orange version or the blue version. Have Gem look at it. It's pretty cool. I don't know why 26 happened. Oh, I'm setting the map index to 0. That's why I'm stupid. Okay. Fixed. It's so funny. Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So technically, if we get far enough away, that should say... Yeah, it says 5. You can barely see it change. Because she's closer, it'll be the 5. It'll say, like, that's how much it costs. But if I'm closer, I can just select it. Nice. Be too tedious to do that. Okay. So, as we're still here, where are we at? We're almost at an hour and a half. Let's go ahead and work on... Do we want to set these up? Nah, I'll do that later. That's fine. Let's stay in Minecraft for a bit. Let's do some building. It's time for some building. So there's a handful of things we could do. We've got the train, which finally is going into the mountain now and can continue. Why build an engine when you can just endlessly build cars? Yeah, exactly. Let me check something. What are these signs called? Hanging sign? Yeah, okay. These have hitboxes, right? I'm not stupid. Maybe I'm stupid. Yeah. So these could be a rail. And we could put chains or something so you could walk between these. But you can't get stuck. Forever, at least. So for parkour, do something like this. Of course, you can always get through one way or another. But you can run between these cars. Jump from here down, jump across a handful of cars, and then jump. Because I want the train to actually just be a border. Because normally I do just something like this on both sides. And I don't know, I just want to build a train. I've never really built one before, and I actually like it. It's pretty okay in my books. So we can design a few cars, or we can work on this building. We're going to have Gem decide for us. Train car Or a grocery store. I feel like she's gonna say train car. She could see neither. Get the buildings done first. Okay, that settles it. So originally this was going to be a white building, like it is. The problem with that is white here, and this has like white undertones, so it's kind of blending in a little too much. So we're going to swap it to there we go, perfect. That really blends in. Okay, I like that color. We could do red concrete if we really wanted to. I'm not feeling it though. Get rid of all this. Is that how you spell awning? I feel like I've never spelled awning before. Awning. Okay, that's how I thought it was spelled, but it just is a weird look word. Watch this. Cool trick. Something like that. That looks so much better. Come on, Jen. You know it's true. Shrinked. Let me move that. I think that's in load still. Okay. That's changed now. Ooh, I like that. This might be a problem or not. I don't know. That might be a good thing or a bad thing. Let's see. Might be drawing slightly inappropriate stuff with it. Okay, I think we need to just make this smaller. There we go. And does this wrap around? Like it does. Perfect. Can even throw this in for nice little detail that you'll never see. Okay. Yeah, that feels a little bit more manageable. We want to do this grocery store. So this is where you buy power-ups. Okay, 5, 4. Dude, just a huge entrance. Do something like that. It's not too bad. Do I want a banner across? I forgot this is going to be a block taller. Probably this light blue needs to be different anyways. Maybe do something like this. Yeah. Need blocks that match terracotta. I feel like my brain's collapsing. Light gray terracotta. It's more of the red. I mean, bricks I always thought looked good with it. But I don't want to do another brick building. Let's see. What do we have? Seems like no matter what, I always just want one more block in the game. Should build a tech shop. Let's do that here. This looks like a tech shop. That sounds kind of funny. There's like command blocks that you're buying in there. I feel like this needs a banner across it, but maybe it doesn't. I don't know if I like the red. What else do we got? I want to do jungle. I want to stay away from blues and greens, which would leave either purple or a warm color. We've done a lot of orange. Done a lot of gray too. Gotta stay away from white. Like a grody end stone look like. It's pretty bad. I shouldn't have thought about that. The reason I don't want to do jungle is because we like, well, maybe we didn't use it over here. No, you know what? We didn't. We haven't used jungle much. There's jungle right across though. Yeah, like this works, but I don't know. Brown, interesting. What if, like glass was our color? Specifically brown. Like one of those new grocery stores that's just full, like you can see right through the whole place. Maybe we'll try that. Might as well replace the ceiling. Of that. Perfect. So this is part of the problem right here, but at least something to work with. Okay. I like the composter and the brown. I can use that. This is a really hard building to make. Yeah, does this... There's no block that looks good with this. You get kind of a nice gradient here, though. Part of me is just tempted to just make a brown building. I might just do that. Okay. Okay. That looks nice. This, and the brights we could throw all up here. Brown shulker boxes. I try not to use shulker boxes if possible. but it's an interesting option. That's kind of pleasant, actually. Very brown heavy, but not necessarily in a bad way. Hair spotty now. I think we can do a lot of work with maybe this stuff. I mean, that would be kind of funny. Just have one of the buildings in Spanish for no reason other than memes, I suppose. Oh, see, that looks pretty good, right? Do the same thing up here. That's very fine. It's not amazing. Definitely usable. Do we wrap it like that? I think that's more round. I think that looks better. I think this is more important than that slab or that sign. Yeah, you won't notice the sign. Do we keep the red at the bottom? Let's throw some blocks down. Go take a look at the flower that's been fixed. I don't know what I'm doing here because these could have just broken into the wall. Stupid. All of them. Whatever. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. I really like this already, even though it's so tiny. Go ahead and copy that, especially since I already have it open. Okay, what other workbenches do we have? Do a smithing table floor. That's kind of neat. What about smithing table and netherite block? Let me place these first. Most expensive. What a lodestone. Maybe that'll look better. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. Yeah, so the power up, it's just gonna be power ups, nothing more. Out of here. Oh. That's not gonna work. Watch this. Now I can stack it. 3? Put into here. Perfect. Man, I really like the floor. That's fun. The ceiling's gonna effectively be here. And the top of this is just gonna be void. There we go. Perfect. Okay. We're gonna have some details. I'm thinking maybe dark oak buttons. Here. I'm feeling it's kind of boring here and here, but maybe some plants is all it needs. Maybe we can go do something a little bit more interesting. Let's try this. Okay. Do we like the pink? Maybe yellow, actually. Yeah, I think yellow's it. Granted, it does make it blend in with it. That turn, that should probably fade out, right? Or is it adjacent to that? Maybe that counts. Maybe the pink was the best. Brain. Can we mix these? That's something. Now, what do we have that's like a quarter of a block? You don't want to do that because you'll cover them up. I was hoping to not do that. My bad. Kind of funny though. Maybe we do stone stairs and we actually double this. That might be pretty good. This is already flooding. Might as well let it flood. This will kind of tie it in, make it feel more like part of the building. That's very unique. Do I like it? I'm not sure yet. But it's at least unique. I think we need to swap out these stairs. I don't really want dark oak, but maybe that is the right call. No, I can't use that. At least grab them. Wait, that actually kind of cooks. I could just remove that and it would have been fine. And then we can get the jungle normal signs out and have them match up because... Oh, you can't do that. Okay. Got my brain going. Because if I do this, the path is very narrow. Plus the corner is kind of weird. What if this is narrower? It's not unbearable. Deal with that. And we plank it up below. I'm just gonna... There we go, that's a little bit better. Definitely glowing. That like almost works. It's not terrible doing it that way. It's like weird. I don't know if it's like good weird or just bad. This is hard. I wonder if this was a stair. And then this wasn't. It feels less boxy. That might be better. Yeah, I think that's better. Get to see their plants. We can summon the billboard later. That's no big deal. Okay, I'm just thinking out loud. I'm gonna leave it. I think we can tie a little bit more of the pink in. With cherry? Maybe. Maybe. We'll let that sit. And then on the inside, I'm thinking like get really boring. Just some iron block ceiling. Okay. And then we do sure. Do we already have this ceiling? Slight rug light in there. We've got those, which are nice. It's kind of similar to this. It's what's gonna be like. Okay. She say? She fixed it. Yeah, looks kind of nice. Wait, that's actually perfect. Maybe. Pull this over. And then just cover these up. Could even get some just normal gray. Both of those. Yeah, we'll try that. I guess I could just copy one and not do it 4 times. Okay. Paste. 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 Yeah, that's not too bad. So, we've got the grocery store, which will look nice. It's going to be... It's fine. It's kind of weird. But we can have shelves and racks and everything, and put on the shelves, we can insert our different power-ups, which is the main point of this whole thing. Now, do we want andesite shelves? That kind of blends together. We could also go really brighten it up and go with like a diorite shelf. That might be kind of nice. And I definitely do want to do racks to the best of my ability. Preferably ones that will work like so. Now if we do it like this, let's see. We can put item rooms on this, right? That'll work. Okay, perfect. We'll do a checkout. We do produce over here. Freezer section here. Produce bins all along here, then some aisles. Let's get some real blocks. Bin, 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 bin. Just like this. whatever this freezer takes up. Do something like this. Oh, God of Sound is back. Hey, God of Sound, how you doing? Long time no see. Mostly that's my fault. How have things been going? Currently working on the grocery store, which is becoming kind of a weird and hard to build building, but it's been kind of fun. It was originally going to be white, but the Tony's Diamond Store kind of took that over. Now it's just brown. We're trying some experimental things like whatever this is. Get these aisles in here. That would be a little cramped. I think that'll be good. Little fun. Put our produce bins basically at the start. Some barrels going. We can break these. It is dark. Grungy. Some. I don't think that's how you spell grungy. I don't really care. Dude. Could make this oak or birch. Probably not birch. Okay. So have you been up to much out of sound? What's the progress? Anything new I missed? So we've got last time I think we worked on the train a little bit. I kind of got the hookups and basically like the general format. I just have to build the cars, which is arguably the best part. So I'm looking forward to that. But we're going to try to finish the buildings first. We've got this one, which I think we decided is going to be a theater. I don't know if I said that yet, but these have been finished. We changed these out to slabs to give some detail. That's a key important detail. With the added some melons and this building, which actually do a lot to like just add just a tiny bit of detail. They go really well with these blocks of bamboo, surprisingly well. But the key takeaway, the key thing is these two, which Jem has been working on this, the florist. This will be a fun one. She's already done a great job with this building. I really like this structure. And then the jewelry store, which is death particles. And if I reload, this will be moved up. And right now we have flame working. All the other ones we set up, like we found the particles. So I'll run through those real quick. But none of them actually work. This one's fun. Here's the new infested particle. Cherry blossoms. Sweep attack is kind of fun. These are cool. There's some new 1.21 particles in here. They're just part of the game, which is interesting. Both of those. Then the honey. I like the honey because you can hear it. Listen. Once it starts falling. Some like glow squid. This is a... I gotta change this one because it's too big. Part of barrier, so like if it's just gonna be one because it stays a long time. And then we've got the sonic boom. This is a new particle. I really like this, especially for like a teleporter. That's really cool to me. Same for this. These are for the trial spawner. And then this is actually broken. That's like the last one. So that's the main thing you missed. Everything else I think is behind the scenes. And I haven't done much. Gotta go now. Hey, thanks for stopping in just for a second. Hope your big day tomorrow, your new project. I hope it all goes good. Sometimes it's really scary to start a new project, but it's also usually pretty fun. So I hope you have a lot of fun with it, whatever it is. No, I haven't. I'm sorry. This is my first time working on it. I was actually on vacation for a week, so that's where I was. I wasn't able to work on Killstreak. I was gone for a little bit, so I'm mostly trying to get just back into the swing of things to try to get this map out. Program alive? Yeah. I'll definitely take a look at it when it's time. When I'm starting to do more the cleanup the map, tying up loose ends. Because then we can add it to all the places. With stuff like that, what happens to me is I add it and then I change it a bunch, and so I realized I don't want to change it. I just want to set it up and be done. Yeah, I was gone for a week camping, and I get to go kayaking once. Beautiful area to go camping, so it was nice. I always love camping. And I appreciate you saying that too. We do like a freezer section like this. Kind of funny. We have nothing to lose to replace these with iron blocks. Yep, catch you next time. Thanks again for stopping by, and I hope, again, that your project goes well. Make it a fridge with ice blocks. It's pretty much what I'm doing. Yep. Power produce, sure. That's actually pretty good, because that's where the power-ups are stored. Yeah, it kind of gets the general idea across. Sure. It's kind of bad, but alliterations are awesome. You know why it's bad? It's because there's iron up here, isn't it? What other blocks look metallic? How come nothing looks metallic? Netherite's too dark. Although that wouldn't be a bad floor. What other grays do we have in here? I use a lot of like gray concrete. I think that's too dark. Yeah, it's actually not too bad. Gives a very nice industrial feel. That's not terrible. I can make this work. And then if we close all of these, then it'd really be a fridge. There we go. Problem solved. I kind of want power going like diagonal and then produce being like here. Give it kind of a goofy, fun little name. We'll try that first. I'm going to copy Tony's diamond. Okay. View range 4. I guess they're all 4, aren't they? We could give it a non-opaque background. Do we have a color? Let me get a nice green color. Give me a good HTML. Oh, I don't know why. I want a hex color. I don't know why I typed in HTML. With like a yellow green. That's kind of nice. Let's try this. Okay. Now the scale, we can make it actually pretty small. And then I realize you have no idea what I'm making. I'm trying to make the text. So maybe like here. I'll do it here. Now we'd have to do a rotation, which is the hard part. So it wouldn't be pitch. What would that be? Be rotated like this. Because if this is pitch, this would be facing, like it would be flat like this. And Ya would be rotating it this way. How do I diagonal? I'm gonna use a generator. This text. Oh, that's not good. What is this? BD Studio? I don't know if that is. I'm not gonna click on that. Okay, I'm just gonna start changing stuff. I've learned that's the best thing you can do. Okay. I give myself 2 command blocks. One for killing and one for not killing. Okay. So now we can do a left rotation. How does this look? Where did that go? We get a red button so that we're not gonna break it. Okay, let's kill it. So it's apparently not left rotation, whatever that was. Okay, let's get the rotation first. What does that do? Why can't I see it? Shouldn't I be able to see? Oof. It's just like 5. Oh. It's maybe a little bit of a mistake. Okay. So, in fact, it's just I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's see if she notices. She's like, oh. I think I'm just setting these too high. How? What does this do? Is it a decimal? Like between 0 and 1? Because if that's the case, that's really dumb. I guess 45 degree would be It's more not 45. That's close. That's close. I wish this was like a whole lot closer. 15. Okay. That's actually not bad. That's not bad. Make 2 of them. First of all, this color's kind of bad. It shouldn't be italic. Get a more yellowy color. There we go. That's why you add spaces in your commands. Oh, but that's not going to work either. If it's like all caps, that'd be kind of funny. Oh, well, that actually, why does that work? Wait. Okay, I like this color. It needs to be lighter. Just a hair. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Now we copy that. Get rid of that left 0.15. I can't believe that does so much. That's insane. Maybe we keep this one all caps too. And then the scale, we want it to be just a hair bigger. So scale be just 4. And then of course we want it to be here. I think it shouldn't be italic. Neither of them. Okay, maybe it should. That actually looks worse. You say the power needs to overlap more and possibly rotated. Also, negative X. Subtract half a block in negative X. I think if you just do 0.0, it kind of does that automatically. Yeah. That's actually kind of fun. I think what I need to do is just scale them both up. Let's see here. That's not bad. This whole row is kind of pointless. Yeah, I don't know. This is definitely a build, one of the builds of all time. It's, okay. Can I shrink the whole building? Can I just get my axe out and just make it small? Everything's in this plane. Actually, I do. Ooh, get the fridge done. 8. 7. Yeah, let's look at that. Yeah, the fridge is pretty good. Put item frames with items in them. We'll try. We're doing it this way. Lobby looking good. Thanks, Flamingo. Good to see you here. Things are doing stuff. We've got a little bit's changed. Working on power produce. It's definitely one of the signs of all time. But if we reload, we can see I killed all of the lobbies stuff. Tony's Diamond Store. Oh, I left that one there. Dang. Okay, ignore that one. No, that's one of the one that's in the function still. I like that. I know it's like really intense, kind of goofy, but I like it. Copy both. So I'm gonna add maybe add this. I don't know. We'll see. Flamingo, have you played around with the new? No, that I just killed them because I was testing. I just have this to kill them. That's just all I did. I just reloaded to show you. They stay here because they're display entities, which are basically zero effect on the world. But I was gonna say, have you played around with the new particles? Look at this. I love this particle effect. I think this is my favorite particle effect. You got that one. Then you have the blue one. So like that immediately makes me think of Portal. You've got a blue portal and a orange portal. Very cool. Sonic Boom, we'll ignore that. We'll ignore that one. This is the breeze attack. Yeah. Glow Squid. Oh, I like the honey one. I always show the honey one off because if you listen, you can hear it over the music. These protocols are meh. They're probably gonna get changed. Like in game, they're probably gonna get changed. Sweep attack. Those. Here's the new silverfish one. Those other two are the main new ones. And I think everything else is the same, but... Oh, actually, this might be fixed now that I think of it. Yeah, it is. Okay. Is it? Did I probably didn't fix it. That's actually funny. There's a bug somewhere there with the value. But yeah, these are so cool. Makes me want to make like a Tron game. This, I'll just leave it. You could actually round the sign. Oh, that's kind of cute. So cute. I like that. So yeah, that. Now that we're doing this, I'm realizing that this is also a brown building. So we're we keep getting like picking out the block palette for a building and then slightly changing it and then realizing it's stealing from the next building over. I'm trying a lot of weird stuff with this building though. I don't know if I like it yet, but it's definitely a building. It's funny how this stuff looks with without all of the signs. It looks a lot worse. That's kind of unfortunate, actually. Let's put these buttons back. And actually, the trapdoors aren't used. Okay. I'll lower this roof. There we go. That feels more complete. It's kind of annoying that these are the same height now, but I think that's okay. I'm at just about 3 hours. I'm starting to run out of steam just a little bit, so I might be heading off before too long. But is there any last things we can quickly talk about or discuss? We still have to build. We've got the library for the tutorial. Flower shop is built for the most part. So let me. Sorry, Gem. Actually, let me make sure she's not listening. I think she's like AFK. There we go. So the Tony's Diamond Store. The flower shop has the big sunflower. Nice little touch. Very bright little building. Then we have music shop, clothing shop. Those two are left. Is every building going to have a purpose? That's my goal. I still am missing a couple. So if you have any ideas for purposes, we still need one for... we've got wind sound effects, which is the music shop. We need one for death sound effects. We could either... I mean, we could put either in the music shop, but... Most of these are just kind of like pointless cosmetic buildings too. So but we've got room for these two. We've got Tech Shop, which doesn't have a purpose, but it's going to be like a little, almost like an Apple store type of thing, or a Best Buy. Got the pie. This thing, I have no idea what this should be. Mattress store is going to be parkour going up, probably parkour across the rooftops or on top of the train. Maybe both. Or hopefully both. A brewery. And then we've got to build this is going to be a theater. So I'm hoping to do credits. I know you can, but I have to figure out values and it's going to be kind of boring. I want to do credits to do a Star Wars crawl and just have them continually running. I feel like that would be really neat. But with text displays, I feel like it's got to be possible fairly easily. I know you can have them shrink, which you could have them shrink, but also become a point at the same time. So we'll see. Because we could spawn it and then have the transition at the same time, and then keep spawning new ones every time it makes sense to spawn a new line. You like that? Okay. Yeah. We'll see. I really hope we can pull it off. I don't think it should be that hard, but. And then we have the train, which I think some of these are going to be like actual cabins, and some are going to be like a coal car or silly things that the train's hauling, whatever makes sense. And then we have, of course, the rest of this like park area, which hopefully we're going to be doing. Have them more move away at an angle and let the perspective do the shrinking. Yeah, you could do that too. That's definitely true. Yeah. Just actually do it. You don't have to do a perspective trick. With the way this building is shaped, you could do that. You've got 10 blocks to work with, and you could actually poke out a hole and have it go really far back. But text displays have it kind of built in, so it's not like it's impossible either. So that'll be a fun one to play with. We'll do more building probably because of this today was a little more technical heavy. We made the particle shop. We ended with some building though. I try to do building on camera because it's more obvious what's happening. If you're programming, it's I don't know. You make fun of somebody for programming poorly, and then it's just painful to watch them. But yeah, we want to have a target minigame or some other minigame out here. Whether or not it gives you coins or whatnot, doesn't matter, but just something to do while the game's running, because it's more of a big lobby type game where it's just continual game after game. I want a bunch of small things to do while you're just waiting. Especially for like a minigame mash where you got 30 people and you're waiting on the last 4 to join and ready up, and it takes a really long time, and it's just kind of funny. So that's my goal. But we're getting pretty close. Oh, flamingo. I forgot to show you the most important thing. Did you know melons look good with the bamboo? Melons and bamboo? Yeah, they match. You can't even tell that they're different blocks almost. Especially when you fly like to here, looks the same. Pretty neat. Yeah, you could stream yourself fixing item commands. Part of streaming is It's nice to have somebody to bounce ideas off of. But I feel like you could make that interesting somehow. You'd have to add something to do, or bounce back and forth. If you always make it about like you explain systems while you do it, I feel like that would be relatively interesting. Depending on what you're updating. If you're updating something like Killstreak, there's nothing that like people haven't like. If they care enough to watch it, they know how it works because this game's so stupid simple, like a give command. But with more complex maps, it's fun to explain your processes and how you do stuff relatively efficiently. Nobody's perfectly efficient. So yeah, the death sounds will be coming up. Might work on those later. Maybe later this week if things just work out that way. Really want to make the art gallery. That's gonna be so much fun to make. But I'm trying to get this building to look okay. And no matter what I do, I can't. A lot of the time while updating commands, I barely even think about the context of what I'm fixing. For updating, yeah, it's definitely kind of a little bit more boring. Hopefully there'll be a fixer. I used a fixer and it worked almost perfectly. Left a few straggler, stuff I should have like changed anyways because they're just bad. But you should look into a fixer. I can't remember where I got it from. Sorry, I'm flying around like making everybody sick. I got my speed turned up. Get your travel brochure. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff. Get command block output. Yeah. See, that's the problem. Because you could used to be able to do custom tags on an item, right? And that got changed to have its own art gallery. Going to be the best building? I hope so. That's what I want it to be. I'm thinking of making it like locked when you first start the game, and you have to spend money to actually just unlock the building. And there's nothing to do behind it. It's just basically a resource dump for no reason. You can buy paintings, you can buy all sorts of stuff, and it's basically you leave your name in the lobby for the rest of the game. Like, that's stupid, but it's fun. I'm also thinking about adding oh, sweet. Gem is adding fruit baskets. I'm thinking about adding a coin item that gives you +1 coin while you're just running around. A power up, that is. And then ways in the lobby to make money as well. It'd be kind of neat. So over here we've got plants. It'd be kind of neat to buy seeds, and you can sow them stuff. Yeah, you unlock concept art. I do really like that. I played an old PS2 game. The only problem with the PS2 game I had is there's like 900 invisible boxes. It's Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, if you've ever played it. It's like, I don't know, Sonic with boomerangs. He's not fast. It's just, he kind of looks like, he's a Tasmanian Tiger. I don't know how to describe it. He's got a fun move set. Good game. I would recommend to anybody. But yeah, that game did that. That's what makes me think of when you say that. But that's kind of sweet. Being able to do stuff like that. Granted, there's no concept art for this, but I could import the old lobby and make it. You can unlock the old lobby. That'd be kind of fun. Also, what happened here is absolutely dumped on this. It's so funny. The old I don't think they called the function. Still works. Used to be a button. Old command blocks. These have to still work. That's insane. Stuff like this. Yeah. That's crazy that still works. It's probably like 5 years old. Probably older. But all right. I think that'll do it. I appreciate you stopping by, Flamingo, and everybody else that's joined. I've enjoyed working on some stuff, and hopefully stream again soon so that we can continue working on this. I've got some work to do for next time, getting all the particle purchase commands done, so then we can get that all set up. Don't have to basically do the same task 1,000 times on stream, and we can test it even, and then we'll try to figure out some of this other stuff, like what are these buildings going to be doing. But yep, thanks again for joining, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.